We call Earth home, but have you ever thought about what it'd be like to try and live on one of the other planets in our solar system? How about going up against 800-degree days, or facing a hurricane that's 3 times the size of Earth and has been raging for centuries? Life in the rest of the solar system is absolutely bananas. We get into all about the other planets right now. For the purposes of this video, when I talk about a planet's year, that's how long it takes that planet to orbit once fully around the sun. When I talk about a planet's day, that's how long it takes for it to complete one full rotation. So on Earth, a year is 365 days, and a day is 24 hours long. Now, there are 8 different planets in our solar system, and they are divided into 2 separate categories. We have the smaller, rocky, or terrestrial planets, which are closer to the sun, in Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, and then we have the 4 huge gas giants, which are out beyond the asteroid belt. We're going to go in order of the planets closest to the sun, so we're going to start with Mercury. Mercury is the smallest planet in our solar system, and it is the closest to the sun. A year on Mercury, or one full rotation around the sun, takes only 88 days. However, its day is extremely long, lasting 176 Earth days. Mercury has an iron core, which is actually cooling, causing the planet to shrink little by little each and every year. Since Mercury has almost no atmosphere to trap heat and regulate temperature, the temperature swings on it are huge. During the day when the sun is shining, temperatures can reach up to 430 degrees Celsius. But at night when the sun goes away, they can go all the way down to negative 180 degrees Celsius. Swings! Venus is the second planet from the sun and the hottest planet in our solar system. It's so similar to Earth in size that many people call it Earth's twin. A year on Venus is actually shorter than a day, believe it or not. It takes Venus 225 days to orbit the sun, but it takes Venus 243 days to complete one full rotation. Temperatures on Venus can go all the way up to 465 degrees Celsius, which is over 850 degrees Fahrenheit. Its atmosphere is mostly carbon dioxide, which traps all the heat at its surface. It's really hot. Next up we have Earth, and I'm really not going to spend much time on Earth because you probably learned a lot about it already. Interestingly enough, Earth is the only planet in our solar system not named after a Roman or Greek god. The name Earth literally just translates to the ground. Nice. Next up we have Mars, the red planet, which is the second smallest planet in our solar system and the last of the rocky planets before the asteroid belt. Now Mars has the largest volcano in our solar system in Olympus Mons. It is 3 times the size of Everest. Mars looks red because the surface is covered in iron oxide, which is essentially the same material as rust. A year on Mars takes 687 days. Pretty long. But a day on Mars is very similar to Earth. It's 24 hours and 40 minutes. Next up we have Jupiter, which is the first of the gas giants and the largest planet in our solar system. It's absolutely huge. Alright, you can fit about 1,300 Earths inside of Jupiter. Jupiter actually has a storm on it called the Great Red Spot, which is larger than the Earth, by a lot actually. It's shrinking a little bit, but it's still bigger than the entire Earth. On Earth, we should be very thankful for Jupiter because its massive gravity often redirects or pulls in dangerous comets, asteroids, and other debris which would come into contact with Earth. It saves us. It takes Jupiter almost 12 years to complete one full orbit around the sun. So a year is actually about 12 years, but its days are really short. It only takes Jupiter about 10 hours to complete one full rotation. Jupiter has 95 moons, and some people actually think there are more. A lot of moons for Jupiter are actually interesting to scientists, like Europa. After Jupiter, we have Saturn, which is the second largest planet in our solar system and known for its beautiful rings. Now, one very interesting thing about Saturn is it's made mostly of hydrogen and helium, so it's not very dense at all. If you could find a bathtub big enough to hold Saturn, it would actually float on top of the water rather than sink. Kinda crazy. Saturn's rings are made up of billions of pieces of ice, rock, and other debris. While there are other planets in the solar system which also have rings, none of them are as complex or as beautiful as Saturn. Saturn has a ton of moons, over 140. Some of these moons are actually even bigger than planets. The moon Titan is bigger than Mercury. Saturn's years are about 29.5 Earth years long. It takes 29.5 years for it to complete one full orbit around the sun. Its days, much like Jupiter's, are pretty short. It's about 10 hours. Next up we have our 2 ice giants, which are located very far out at the edge of our solar system. First, we have Uranus. Uranus is known as the sideways planet because it rotates on its side at an angle of about 90-ish degrees, a little higher, like 98 degrees. It looks like it is actually spinning around rather than rotating around it. It's kind of going woo, 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 woo. Uranus has the record for the lowest recorded temperature ever for a planet. They recorded it was at negative 224 degrees Celsius, which is about negative 371 degrees Fahrenheit. Brr. It takes Uranus 84 years to complete one full orbit around the sun, and because of its weird sideways rotation, poles can experience 42 years consecutively of light and then 42 years consecutively of darkness. Yay. Next up we have Neptune. Now Neptune is known for its insane weather. Winds on Neptune can get over 2,000 kilometers per hour or over 1,200 miles per hour. A day on Neptune is about 16 hours and it also has rings. They're just not as splendid as the rings of Saturn. It takes Neptune about 165 years to complete one full orbit around the sun. So since its discovery in 1846, Neptune has really only had 1 year. All right, everybody, that's all the time we have. Those are some fast facts about every planet. Obviously, there's a lot more to learn about each and every one. So if you're at all curious, go seek some answers. All right, see you next time.